Hello everyone, this is GrootsCon. Welcome back to another episode of Factorio with the BioIndustries mod. In the previous episode, we finally got coal liquefaction set up, and now we're just getting ready to launch rockets because solid fuel is what we were converting all that coal into, and the next process would be converting into solid fuel, which is here. It is a very slow process, but it takes 10 solid fuel to make 1 rocket fuel. We need 10 rocket fuels per rocket part to launch the rocket. And that is the end goal of this game, is to launch a rocket, of course. And I've already made the rocket silo. In fact, I did a couple things off camera, just kind of redoing a few things. So I did upgrade off camera all of the copper smelting. We were kind of running out because of our production of green circuits, which we need to kind of grow this a little bit and maybe talk about making some dedicated copper lines just for this and then bringing everything in here. We can do that later, and then of course I think I would need to split off and maybe make some more smelting area for copper, because this isn't enough. I mean, it's enough for now, but it won't be once we start making the low density structures, and I think we're going to have to tap into this one, which means I'm thinking about bringing a train into this area here for more of this copper smelting. That part we might not do today, but let's just look at what we're going to need. So I've built the rocket silo, which required mostly a lot of concrete. Everything else we had stored up. So rocket parts, to make a rocket part, it takes 3 seconds, but it takes 10 rocket control units. Now those are very expensive. Rocket control units require 1 processing unit, so 1 blue circuit, and 1 speed module level 1, which requires a green and red circuit. I forgot exactly how much. Let's see, 5 and 5, so that's very expensive. The low density structures here, those require Low density structures require 5 copper plates, 10 steel plates, and 5 plastic bars, so also very expensive and a very slow process. Rocket fuel is actually probably one of the easier things that we can do, because we've already got coal liquefaction, we've already got solid fuel being produced as our primary fuel source for smelting. And I think, you know what, there's no reason why we can't just do this here and just have our handy dandy robots bring in these materials wherever they are. Did I just pick up 2? Yeah, I did just pick up 2 logistics robots. So now we've got power to this. It also requires a satellite to be launched to win the game, and a satellite requires all of these things. Now this one's not as bad. I have a lot of this stuff made in the mall, except for the low density structures and of course the rocket fuel. I'm making radars, accumulators, and solar panels already. So those things are already covered. Let's go ahead, and I think we can make the low density structures first. The plan was to make all of this stuff in this city block here. So let's just go ahead and start clearing out a little bit of all the trees that are going to be in the way. Now, low density structures require 3 inputs, plastic bars, so it needs a lot of steel, which that's good because I do have, I mean, it's not good, I actually have a surplus of steel right now, mostly because this lane here needs to come over here and merge with this, because we are going to definitely use a lot of steel. So let's just upgrade these belts as they come down, because this just won't cut it with a yellow belt. Just keep going with it. Oops, kind of missed some there. Where are we? I think we're actually where we need to be. Yep, I passed it. So let's get a split somewhere in here. Well, first let's figure out where these are going to be and what they're going to look like. Since they take so long to make, 30 seconds, I don't think we're going to have a problem with overwhelming a red belt. I just wonder if I can do this. I might not be able to because of the reach of my power poles. Still rocking those old wooden power poles. That's just what I do in this game. Like I said, the goal is to make this base kind of like more eco-friendly, right? So we've got some fast inserters. That should be... One of these belts is going to be mixed, of course. The mixed belt being the copper and the plastic bars, and the other one being steel plates. I don't think it matters. Yeah, like I said, this is a slow recipe, so either way we did this, we could do steel here, and then the mixed belt here, or the mixed belt here and steel on top. It probably doesn't matter. And this, of course, would be our output. And then we could just mirror that down here. Oops. Let's see, and that reaches perfect. And then, of course, we can tile this. But we need to get the inputs in here first. And this belt... I mean, I could use robots to transfer this stuff, but it's not really necessary for everything. I might do it for the control units, I'm not sure yet. Oops. And actually, I'm just going to bring that right into here. Let's see, how far does this reach? Okay, there we go. We can use a fast inserter here. So we got the output taken care of. That's the easy part, of course. These are going to be my steel belts on the inside. Come in here. So that means this belt is going to have to be moved or just skipped. That's all. Actually, this one too. But not here. Alright, there's one steel belt. And for this one, we'll just do the same thing. Let's see, where do I have to be here? Okay. And I'm just guessing I should probably have a little bit more space between these. Oh, I'm jumping out of the network, so I'm making my robots a little upset, probably. And this belt was going to be mixed, if you remember right. it's going to have to go here. This one's going to be plastic and copper. Let's just do that way up here at the top. I wonder if we could just split like this. Does that make sense to do that? Is it possible to do this? No, that's not going to work. Maybe we could do this, though. There we go, there's a mixed belt. That's one way to do it. And I'm just going to go here instead. There. One down, just one more to go. We should actually start seeing those parts come down. Once this gets going. It's already got its steel, so it's just waiting for the mixed belt. And it is like painfully slow how everything gets grabbed by the long reach inserters, but again, 30 seconds, it's got plenty of time to catch up. Alright, let's get that next one in, and you know, I'm just gonna wherever's convenient. So this one's plastic, okay. Might need to go down here. I don't know if that's really necessary. Probably not. And then, let's instead go like this. We didn't see those parts come down, but I'm sure it's made at least one. Yeah, it's already finished 4 products. Okay, so we've got our material coming in. Let's do... You know, this is weird. Why is this... That was on my hotbar like that. Kind of weird. Alright, let's get these. Should look like this. And I really feel like I'm getting the low-hanging fruit right now with these low-density structures. They're kind of, I feel like it's one of the easier recipes because it only has 3 inputs. Okay. I don't even know if this would keep up, but we can go ahead and put things in there. You can see the steel is lacking. Let's just see what it looks like on the primary belt. Of course it's completely full, and then it's splitting in half, and then it's basically splitting this, almost taking everything that it can to the right for the low density structures. There they are. We can see them coming in slowly. And let's look at our rockets. See, you know, that's one thing I should probably do too, is actually have a buffer chest there, just because it'll be waiting on other parts. Some kind of chest here. There we go. And of course we want to filter this so we don't get anything else in there. Okay. And of course this is going to use a lot of plastic. Our red circuits are using plastic too, but these are going to use, I think they're going to use a lot more than the red circuits are. So that takes care of that. The fuel, I was thinking about making the fuel close to where we have our production of solid fuel. So maybe making a branch down here, like so. And then of course we'd prioritize this side for our smelters to keep those going. But then these can go all the way down here. Do I have? Oh, I do have incoming. Let's see. And this recipe takes a while too. Again, 30 seconds. I'm thinking we could just bring in the input like this. Let's do that. Okay, so this will be the output. And our inputs. And of course we'd have to split this here. And it's already going. I think the network is just happy to get rid of some of this solid fuel that I've been storing. How can we do? I think we can actually tile these like this. Oh. Yeah, that would work. I'm just going to take this for now, as it is. And I don't like where that's coming in. Let's go instead down here. We'll just go below our production of... Let's just take that belt somewhere down here. Ah, come on, robots. Can't see anything. Ooh, that was not planned, but it worked out well. Alright. That's where our rocket fuel is going to come from, and then of course I'm going to put it on the main bus just like everything else. Well, that's unfortunate, but that's okay. These are like the last thing that are going to be on the last things that are going to be on the bus. The rocket fuel. Oh. Filter this also. Don't want any unwanted stuff in there. Let's get rid of some of this garbage. There we go. Of course, I'll be running in and out of the logistics network most likely. Excellent. Look at that. We've got our fuel. We've got our low density structures. Now the big one. Yeah, so this takes blue circuits. Blue circuits are down here. One thing we could do is split this off and make it go up into this area, which I am not averse to doing. But we also need those level 1. Oop, I was looking at the logistics mall. So I'm already making them here. I'm almost tempted just to do it in the mall. I'm not really a huge fan of that though because of the ratios and everything. I'm afraid that it's being used for other things. How does this look? Look at that. We got the rocket fuel already. We've got the low density structures. Alright. Let's take that up. Let's just see what this entails. What is supposed to be on? I think this was supposed to be another red belt, we said, right? I mean, another red circuit belt. That didn't end up happening. Still could. And let's take it down here. Oops. Well, I guess that's gonna work. Oh no. Oh, this is gonna be ugly. It's gonna be really ugly. Wow, really? Oh, okay, not as bad as I thought. There we go. Alright, I got some blue circuits coming in here. Oh. Wouldn't it have been nice if it was just a little bit further down? This is just purely aesthetic. Oh, and look how less complicated this is as well. There we go. Hey, you know what? I got robots. That's what they're used for, right? Thank you, robots. I don't want the house robots to pick these up. Let my robots do it. And that takes care of the blue circuit part, but we need speed modules. Again, speed modules are 5 and 5. I'm almost thinking that a split belt... Oh, gosh. Split belt just... Because really... Well, this would just be for the separate part. This takes 15 seconds. How fast are these modules? 30 seconds. So it'd be 2 for every one of these. And then where could I put the output? You know, it'd almost be nice if I had this as a split output because... no, let's just make it its own thing. And then I can expand it if I have a chance. Let's get this in here. Kinda not liking where I decided to bring this blue in now for some reason. Mostly because of this belt. See, my idea was... Well, and maybe I can still do this. I could have one of those. Actually, scratch that. Let's make here. And then 1 and 1 like this. Level 1 speed modules. And then the control units. Because it takes twice as much time, so this would be a good ratio to have for these. Let's see what I can do with the power for this. Kind of like that. And then maybe a long-handed inserter. Why isn't this like somewhere down here? That doesn't need to be there anymore. In fact, I don't need those in my inventory anymore. Can I be in the robot network, please? Thank you. How close were I? What was I? Oh, okay. And then I would just need the output for this to be like here. And there we go. But let's not go through those lights. Oh no, I thought we'd have one more. Well, let's go 5. 5 lanes on the main bus. Why not? We can. Now that we're in the red belt territory, we can skip over 6 belts if we had to. So let's remember, we need a mixed belt of red and green. Are we getting attacked somewhere? Oh, I'm not worried about this. Our perimeter defense is amazing, if I do say so. Somebody did a good job with that design. That's right, that was me. For expandability, I mean, I could do these as separate belts. You know, I think I just will. I'll make 1 green and 1 red. Even though I probably don't have enough red to support that. So this will be my green. Green belt on the inside, red belt on the outside. We might, I mean, I'm sure we're not going to be able to launch the rocket today, but we'll definitely have all the parts being made. The only thing that's going to be a problem will be the satellite. Hey, again, I think we're going to have something that tiles, which is awesome. And then let's get the long-headed inserter for the red circuits. Let's watch this thing go. Come on, let's go. This will be like watching grass grow. It takes so long. Yeah, you know what? I can throw some of those in there. There it goes. We're making a rocket control unit. Very cool. So, I can, since I'm here, there's a little bit of time left, let's go ahead and tile this. Oh, this is just so great, having robots for this. In fact, I'm thinking about doing one more thing, since we have a little bit of time left. Oh, what are we missing? Belts. Yep. And look at the house robots go to work. Thank you, guys. One thing that I'm considering, and I'll leave this up to anyone who's watching. If you're interested, I'm thinking about just going to streaming on Saturdays and not doing the regular episodes anymore. It would make, unfortunately, they would be longer episodes, but it would be a live streamed video instead. And it would still go up on YouTube, but it's just, for me, it's easier. I have a job now, and I work all day, and then I have usually homework at night. So I'm quite busy, so usually I'll record like all my episodes on the weekend, and then do the editing and everything and try to release them. That's why there was only 2 episodes this last week, unfortunately. So I'd really like to not have to do that. It's not that I don't want to, but it's just very time consuming. unfortunately. This is not right. You know what's not right? It's supposed to be like that, that's why. So let me know what you think in the comments. If you don't mind one extremely long episode. Wow, I can't believe I ran out of red belts. That's really weird. If you don't mind those long episodes and maybe, you know, have a chance to watch the live stream instead. I don't think this is right. This looks really wrong. It's definitely wrong. I did forget a splitter in there. Okay then. So yeah, I mean, the cool thing is I'd be live, you could interact. That's always fun. And then it would be, like I said, it would be easier for me. And as much as I like doing these episodes recorded, it's just that, oh gosh. It's really hard to talk and do this at the same time, isn't it? Let's get some more roboports in here that might help us. Because I keep, most likely I'm going out of the robot network, the logistics network, when they're trying to fulfill the requests. So yeah, it's not just me trying to get out of doing a little extra work for you guys, but it would certainly help my load, starting a new job and starting this series is quite a lot of work. So it goes like this. There we go. That's what it is. And it's really not good having not enough belts. And I think what we'll end up doing here is making these 2 lines dedicated to come down, maybe even 4 lines. It sounds crazy, but we're going to need so many green circuits that it's not even funny. There we go. Okay. The robot network will fill that in, for sure. And you can see the copper just cannot keep up right now. We are out of copper. Even though I did all that upgrading. Well, of course, what's holding it up is this right now. There are so many requests for red belts. But let's go check on our rocket parts to see if we have anything done. I just realized that I haven't used the car at all in this episode, so I haven't been hitting anything. Obviously, with my awesome power armor and these 5 exoskeletons, getting around is much easier. Oh my gosh! And I just realized something critical. I can't believe I did this. Well, I can believe it, because that's just what I do sometimes. You know, let's just get this blueprint. Let's do that and get these. This. Now, this I do have, and this is going to be my rocket control units. Where are those? Oh, come on, there they are. And I'll keep going with my blueprint method. It's a silly way to do it, but hey, as long as it's in the construction network, it will get fixed. We can use our robots to do the work there. Look at those units just sitting there, waiting to be put into the rocket silo. The only bad thing is they are going to one side of the belt. Not actually an issue, I guess, because they are produced so slowly. Look at the green circuits are the thing that's holding everything up. We're using a lot. I mean, we're not even doing research right now. That's just goes to show you how many green circuits we're using. And, well, it's actually being used because we're making blue circuits, and that's taking everything. All the green circuits are consumed in the end. Nothing is getting down here. Which, that's a problem, because then we're not feeding them all. So I think we'll have to wait for this to get filled in. So in the next episode, I think we'll probably be looking at launching the rocket. That'll be episode 30, and that'll be probably the end of this series. I mean, sure, I could optimize and make some really cool stuff, but you know, I don't know what more I could do. I showcased the BioIndustries mod, which was the goal, to show how you could use these resources, like to make basically all of your fuel source. The solar power is almost completely done. We're just missing a few accumulators now, and in fact that might just be because I don't think it's in the construction network. Interesting. Yep, it's not in the construction network. So let's go ahead and throw this down, even though it's in the way and it could get hit by a car possibly. But now these should be actually filled in. Not that we've needed it, but it's possible. So we will start this is going to be the satellite. Needs a lot of things. Those low density structures, which I'll put a request for that. Rocket fuel also. And then these components are made in the mall, and the processing units will come off of the main bus. So that takes care of everything in this episode so far. We'll try to revamp the green circuit production. I don't know if we're going to need to expand the copper. I would like to, but you know, for launching the rocket, we might not actually need it. But I think that wraps it up. We'll see you in episode 30, and thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.